Right, welcome back my people. We are actually on the way to London and today we're going to do something different. We are going to Mark Coles's event and I will be one of the guest speakers. So I'm just practicing my speeching. I'm practicing my speeching. It's a great start, isn't it? No, I'm just practicing my my speech voice. No, I'm only kidding. It's going to be a great event. Mark is a leader in the industry when it comes to business. So I'm very much looking forward to getting amongst it and getting to the event and seeing what it brings. He's already sent me some provisional questions that he will ask me, so he's always prepared. And I'm definitely happy to go with the flow with anything he needs and wants. It's going to be good. I'm expecting some challenging questions and some great questions that will definitely give you guys a lot of insight and will give the attendees some insight into my journey and how I got to where I am right now. Obviously, I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm definitely on the way of where I want to be. So today you're going to get a glimpse of that, but we're going to take you on a journey to London. So, believe it. Try again, take number 55. Cut. Meg is actually filming. So if the camera is not a steady hand, you know exactly why. It's actually Meg filming right now. Right, I can speak now. I'm not going to speak over him. Now, today you're not just going to get to see the event, but you will also see the journey from Doncaster to London. It's actually my first time on a train since I can actually remember. I legit cannot remember the last time I was on a train. Can you? All the time, yeah? Yeah. I literally can't remember, so it's a nice experience. And those of you that don't know, a train from Doncaster to London only takes an hour and 30 minutes, which is amazing because we do like London, and the drive to London is absolutely horrible. So if you want to die out in London, you can actually get a train from Doncaster to London. Discount Kuba 10, and you get first class tickets at a massive discount. That was a painless journey, to be honest. This brings back so much memories because hotel behind me is actually the hotel that I took Meg to after competing at the Arnold's. So we had an amazing 2 days in London. Love London. But we also love coming back from London because it's just so busy. So after a couple of days, we're like, ready for home. Right, shall we do some exploring before we go, or what? If you ever stop in London, this is the hotel you want to stop at, the Standard. That's where I took after the show, and it was amazing, world class. So we just got here, and we're off to the event now. We are a little bit late due to the train not coming on time and big delays, as always, but it's on me because I should have got an earlier train. So we've got our Uber now, so let's get it. Right, we're here, outside, and I'm not going to try and spell this hotel's name because it's just too hard. Grand Connaught Rooms, whatever it is. Can you spell it? Listen, he's got it there, go on.
Up the stairs,
yep.
And it's just to the right. Mark's speaking there at the minute.
The train was going to get us to like, be here at like 3 o'clock, but it doesn't really happen on time with trains. But I should have,
no.
Listen, I should have got earlier train, but yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, good to meet you, man, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Straight up the stairs, yeah?
Yeah, straight up.
Wicked, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate that, man. Better to be late than never. Now, it's not actually spelling, it's how we pronounce the hotel's name. So I got that wrong as well. But listen, I've got an excuse. English is not my first language.
Let's just talk about that because there's a lot of people in here, a lot of passion around bodybuilding. How did that start? He's not interested in anything else apart from what he needs to eat, when he needs to eat, and what time he's going to train. And that was one of my first teachers. So I actually competed when I was 16, my first show. And to me, bodybuilding came pretty easy to manage because I already had a background with boxing at high level. So I was already under a lot of influence from a lot of coaches and athletes around me. So I was taught from a young age how to work, and more importantly, what it takes to commit at the highest level. Even back then, when I was 11, 12, 13 years old, the coach literally said that I lived and breathed it. I was in the gym every single day. And when the gym was closed, that was the only time when I wasn't happy. So it was harder to actually keep me out of the gym and keep me in school than anything else. So as soon as I transitioned into bodybuilding and that kind of fire, that passion, swayed into bodybuilding and all that it takes, there was no turning back. Even, with the stuff that we have to do as part of bodybuilding, as you can imagine, most parents would be petrified of something and stuff like this, but that wasn't the case because they saw what I wanted and they saw how much it meant to me.
Let's just have a look at this for a second, because a lot of you here will probably be thinking, how am I going to stay in shape, run my business, have clients, something's got to give, something's got to sacrifice. Just give us an understanding, MK, your relationship, the businesses you've got, what is this portfolio that you have now? It comprises of bodybuilding. What else is it? How many clients you got right now with MK? What is MK? How many coaches? What's the enormity of what you've got to run every day? That's a great starting point for us, just so everybody can understand what you juggle.
So at the moment, it's not just coaching. We've got a housing business, so we actually rent houses out now.
Yeah.
We've got a gym going now that has been running since 2017. So I actually opened a gym quite early on, and that has been quite successful now. So it's a coaching business.
How many members of the gym now?
Just over 1,000 now.
Yeah, wow.
Now, with the coaching business, there's myself, Megan, and Charlotte now, and we're actually working with around 250 people at the moment. And look, I'm always going to be very honest. It's not like it's a secret. It's not like I'm trying to hide the numbers, because these are numbers that I'm extremely comfortable with. I could take on a lot more if I wanted to in terms of client numbers, but is it what I want? Not necessarily, because I stand to actually be able to deliver a service. Now, we've got the gym, we've got the coaching, we've got the housing business, and I've just recently invested into Nitron gym equipment. And there is a second gym in the pipeline going at the moment as well. So we do have a lot going on, but it can be managed, and I know it can be managed without any aspects of my life getting put on back burner. I will admit it's hard, and I'm very lucky to have Meg by my side, because I can tell you now, I don't think I would be able to go out or have a relationship with any female that is not as driven as she is, because they would not be able to understand what it takes. And anyone that's looking to excel in life and do anything that's worth achieving, you're not going to have much balance, because I know I don't have balance. However, I'm happy living this sort of life right now, because I've set goals that I really want to achieve. For me to achieve these goals, it's all cast on breaks. It's pretty simple. Like, many people often blame bodybuilding for the lack of commitment, I would say, to the cause, because bodybuilding complements my lifestyle. Right? I have to get up at a certain time, and I don't just get up at a certain time to do my work. I have to get up at a certain time to eat, get my cardio, get my steps in. I'll be able to plan the day. So bodybuilding, I feel like, complements my lifestyle a lot, because I am not only forced, but I'm also held accountable to be able to wake up, get my work on time, get my meals on time, get my sleep, get my steps, get my recovery metrics in place. So for me, every single day I experience the same, with various for 15 to 20 minutes, if whatever happens. Right? I eat at the same time every single day. I wake up no later than 6 a.m. every single day, and that's me getting 8.5, 9 hours in bed. And I will be very honest with you, I get 9 hours in bed every single night. No exceptions. Because I need 9 hours in bed for me to be able to perform mentally and physically. Now, what I do is not just physical. What I do, I need to be fresh mentally to be able to deliver. And that is something that's so valued. Like, a lot of you will be grinding, but ask coaches, if you truly devote 2 hours of your time to just your check-ins, no Instagram, no nothing, and I mean no distractions, trust me, you will be able to do 10 times the work that you already do right now. That is how structured a day is. I don't get it, I don't waste time. I wake up and it's go time. I get hydrated. The first 15 minutes, I won't actually start work, but the second I'm out of the house and I walk in, I am on my phone. I'm already doing replies, so the work day begins. As soon as I get back, I get stuck into the first block of check-ins. First block of check-ins finishes, meal one. Meal one, I go out for a little walk, get my head fresh, get back in, second block of check-ins. Meal two, go out for a little walk, get back in, third block of check-ins. And then whatever other work I have to do, I always have a little bit of time that I need to get done, Rest days, these are normally the days where anything that I need to get done that is outside of client work, that is business, or any other places that I need to devote my time to, that is when normally that time gets allocated to. Now, my check-ins are structured across individual days where I know my heavy check-in days, that's all I do. I don't do anything else. Other days, that's the days for lectures where I actually plan the lectures for clients. And other days, we actually have days where I actually spend time learning. Because that is equally as important for me as well.
Puts you in a category like a lot of other people, in that you're building the business, but you're also building your brain. And your knowledge, when you're talking on camera, it changes all the time, because your certainty when you create your videos, you know that what I mean. You're speaking at someone in those videos, and you're trying to get a point across. And it becomes more and more authoritative the more and more you learn. A lot of coaches just feel as the business starts to grow, they ditch the knowledge side, and it seems like as you're growing, you're becoming more obsessed with the learning side. In a very positive way, that you're managing that. Talk to me about the importance of the knowledge of a coach as they continue to build their business. How important it is to you?
Do you want to tell the reason why I actually coach and something I spoke to my wife about the other day?
Please.
I don't need to coach, right? If I didn't want to coach, it gave me no purpose, it gave me no pleasure to do it. The reason why I still coach is because it keeps me fresh with what I do. Right. It's constant repetition, it's reps. I'm putting reps in the gym to get better, right? It's repetition. With coaching, it's exactly the same. I'm putting reps in with the process of bodybuilding, with many, many different people in many different cases, which is only going to make me better as an athlete. That is the reason why I do it. And the better I become as a coach, the better coach I become wherever, the better athlete I am as well, and vice versa. Now, I'm obsessed with bodybuilding, and the reason why I can safely say that is because nobody has ever achieved anything in life without being obsessed about it. You're obsessed with your craft, I can see that through and through. I'm obsessed with my craft. If I'm obsessed with something, I will always have an interest in learning, developing, and getting better. But you need to be obsessed to a degree. And it's got to be a healthy obsession. Don't get me wrong, like, I have times away, I have days off, I have rest days. Like, post-show, you will see the funky stuff from me. So it's not a case of just being 110% bodybuilding and nothing else. That's not the case, that's what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, if you want to achieve level of excellence across anything that you do, you need to have a degree of self-obsession with it. I'm very fortunate to have great people around me, great mentors, that are very, very, very happy to pass down their knowledge at any moment. I'll give you an example, right? If I post a clip on my Instagram, whether it's a training clip or anything that I do with my content, and it's not, it's not polished, I can promise you I will have 2 or 3 people message me in my DM and correct me. And these are the people that I highly value. One of them was Coach Cielen. So for me, when you ask what is it, it's all of it. It's having the right people around me, and it's being able to invest into my education again and be able to do that over and over again and then apply it myself. It all works together.
And there's a degree of it wanting to make sure that you're credible and holding yourself accountable to the likes of seeing something and it not being right, and making sure that you have your voice that's aligned to a degree.
Yeah, absolutely. And at times, you want to impress these people. Like, you want these people to almost look at what you're doing and be like, make them quite happy. Yeah. I mean, that's what drives me a lot as well, is because these people are willing to give up a chunk of their time to help me. Now, it's my duty to be able to actually use that time and give something back in terms of actually learning what we're talking about, not just wasting time, which again, sometimes you can help people, if they're not really interested, they're not going to take it in, but I'm double interested. If they want to help me, I'm going to take it all in and give back. The turning point was many, many things, right, where my life could have gone in that direction, and it could have gone on a very different path to what I'm on right now. And I came to a realization, what is it that I truly want? Is it this, or is it this kind of life, or this kind of life? And when I made the right decision, it wasn't hard to put these people down. It wasn't hard to invest into the right people.
Appreciate that. Now, I don't want to miss this subject today, because one of the things that I don't want our business events to be is just business, just business, just business. I want our events to also cover coaching. And I respect you immensely for the results you achieve, the standards that you hold, and I want our coaching program and my influence, as you see with some of my content, to not miss, as you said, you've got to be a great coach. What is it that gets great results with clients? What is your formula that you could share with everybody in here that either gets people to expect more of themselves or actually gets that top end transformation?
First and foremost, you have to lead from the front. You have to. You absolutely have to. If you are not able to do what you require your clients to do yourself, I don't think you've truly earned that right, to a degree. I truly believe that, and I truly stand for that. Now, secondly, I'm not just a coach. I don't just want to be a coach. I'm an athlete first and foremost. Bodybuilding is what makes me happy. Bodybuilding is what drives me forward. Now, being a better bodybuilder and my own progress is what allows me to stay motivated to coach and deliver a high quality service. Now, results will come if you have the knowledge. If you gain experience with the knowledge, more results will come, because you will be able to see the things that others don't, because you've done it yourself over and over again. And you continue to do it yourself and with your clients over and over again, and you are open to ideas, and you are open to learning new things. So the most important thing that you want to focus on as a coach, if you truly want to be a great coach, is not just coaching. You need to invest into the things that will make you a better coach, and that is learning on the craft that you need to. Now, if you're a coach and you want to work with bodybuilders, you need to be a bodybuilder, and you need to learn about the bodybuilding and all it takes. And that means drugs, nutrition, recovery, all the works. Now, training is going to be the most important variable for, regardless of what coaching service you provide. You need to learn about training. If you do not learn the fundamentals, you're not going to learn the advanced stuff. So you need to start from the bottom up. And that's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a shortcut where you can do that in 3 months. It takes years and years to actually learn to a degree where I believe you can deliver a high quality service as well. And where you can actually get results. Because anyone now can get one of these coaches that provide you with a system to sell, provide you with all these tools to be able to fine-stream your work and make things easy for you. But no coach, really, apart from yourself, I have seen push the mentees onto actually learning how to get better and learning the craft and being open and honest with them, like you always say. If you want to be a great coach, you need to learn how to be a great coach, not just through sales. You need to learn through application and some sort of studies as well. I transitioned to coaching full-time online when I was 23. 28 now, 2029 in this month. And I got very busy as a PT and a coach from the age of 21. And what actually got me there was winning the universe, winning the junior universe. Once I was able to show the results that I could produce myself, and the results I was already producing with clients, you believe me, I was getting people in left, right, and centre. For coaching, for one-to-one PTing, people wanted to work with me because they saw what I was capable of, with my own physique and others. So if you don't have results to show, you are going to struggle. And it was extremely easy for me to get started. I prepped my first client, which was one of my best friends, when I was 17 for a show. So as you can imagine, it all started with friends, right? We all trained together, they was all pretty out of shape. They wanted to get in shape. I helped them get in shape. Put the picture side to side, post them. Next thing you know, I've got people messaging me. Can you do that with me? Absolutely. There's the price tag. Take it or leave it. Let's go. And it got on from there. It was not a painful process. It was almost a process where I got to a point where I was working in high-club security, right? So I started when I was 18 because, PTing wasn't really taking off that much yet. And I always said, I want to live a life where I don't have to worry about bodybuilding expense. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes so I can bodybuild with no stress. That's how it needs to be, right? Because I couldn't rely on mum and dad. Mum and dad, you know, I come from a very poor background, so I need to work myself. Now, as soon as I won the title in 2020, when I was 21, in 2015, that is when the coaching really took off, because I was able to really show a substantial result myself and really bring a great package.
And my question to you, and I am prodding this a little bit because I just want to find out, what drives your urgency? Because what's fascinating, and I've seen this with so many entrepreneurs, my urgency is to provide the life that we've written down for me and my wife, and the impact that I can have for coaches, as many all over the world. There's two things that drive me, and it's born out of a lack of significance for me when I was younger, right? And I won't stop. And what I'm encouraging everybody, and I do here, is to find your significance, find your thing, because there's a driver in you that just keeps pushing the goalpost, and it keeps pushing and pushing.
There's a couple of things that drives me when it creates the urgency. First is bodybuilding. That's always going to be the main fueling factor, right? Because you know what it's like when you see body change, when you see improvement year to year, right? There's no better sense of accomplishment. You cannot buy a good physique. You cannot buy a contest prep. You need to do it. It's earned, not given. Results in the gym are earned. There's no monetary figure that can give you that. You can take all the drugs you want. You're not putting the work in. It's not going to happen. If you are going to get into business with people, make sure you take advice from people that will allow you to get the process to the point where it's completely bulletproof. I'll give you an example, right? I've just got into a partnership with Nitron. Now, before that deal got done, I had 3 people going over the whole deal with literally a tooth comb to make sure that nothing out of that deal could go south for both me and Tom. And again, it's working in my best interest and his. Right? So don't blindly trust people, because trust me, when it comes to business, people are savage. People will not think twice about fucking you over, and that is a fact. I'm not going to try and do 3 different things at the same time, because I don't have the mental capacity to do that. I don't have any educational background. When I was going to school, I was going training with a school uniform in the gym. Like, I will tell you straight, if I don't have an interest in something, I have no desire to learn it. So I wasn't great at school. I still got decent grades, but I just was never there because I wasn't interested. So one best piece of advice I can give you is go all in at one thing at a time, because if you try and do all these 3-4 things, I can promise you, you're never going to be able to actually soak all the information and be able to apply it more importantly.
Next question.
Big fan.
Big fan.
I know you're not the most emotional of people, but with you having lots going on, how do you find you separate emotion from everything else?
Give me an example. Just so I can give you more of an accurate answer. All you feel me is towards a couple of examples. I'm more than happy to do that.
Not so many clients.
Business or personal?
I'd say business.
Business, yeah. Sometimes if you get emotional about something yourself, is that referring to it, right?
Yeah.
So if you're emotional about something yourself, the last thing you want to do is speak to a client. You never want to give an emotional response, because I've done that before myself and it's a massive mistake. What you want to do is do it on a apply to that client, go and speak to your partner, go and speak to your mentor, run it by them first, and then go back to it. Do not make an emotional decision. The best thing I've learned from the mentors that I've had around me and people who have around me is do not ever try to make emotional decisions there and then. Breathe. Take time, think, decompress a little bit, and then get back to it. Especially if it's something that's driving that emotions higher, you never want to show emotions, or you never want to come across emotion, because you can't feel that.
Second question, do you think Mark should come out of retirement and take me on in Masters?
Absolutely.
Who would win?
Well, you're going to be absolutely peeled, so it's whether Mark can
Yeah, you're going to be peeled if you've been doing it, I've come off the tools a little bit.
Having set work times. As a coach, it's very easy to just work in like little stints and work all day. So I can promise you, a lot of you guys speaking to me right now, you probably sometimes feel like you can work all day, right? Yeah? You feel like you work all day? Well, you shouldn't. Because if you feel like you work all day, I can promise you the quality of service and your delivery is not going to be the best like last week at night. You need to have quality of service where you know you can get to your client fresh. And I can promise you, right, if your client messages, unless they're competing, if someone's competing, you need to be available, doesn't matter what time it is, but you're available to them, not all your other clients at the same time as well, right? I can promise you, if your client messages you at 6 o'clock at night, what is it that they could possibly want at 6 o'clock at night, unless they're competing, that cannot wait for you to reply at 5, 6 in the morning? Can you tell me? If it's something silly, can it not wait till next day? See? You don't have to work all the day. Don't be one of the coaches that prides themselves on constantly grinding, bro, because that's just dumb. And I will say that it's dumb because it's something I've done before and it completely drained me. Now, when I get in the office or when I pick my work phone up, I'm on it, right? But when I'm away from it, I'm away from it. Don't be afraid to do that either. Your clients will appreciate that, trust me.
The answer was, get a back phone.
It probably took me a year to kind of settle the urge, right? I literally put my phone in the other room. So some days, when I know that urge is going to be high, I will leave my phone in my office upstairs, and that stays locked away. Because one thing I realise is, you might have an urge to reply to that client, but then what if your other client messages you with something that will require some higher attention, and then you reply to it in even a wrong tone of voice? Trust me, it's not going to be received very, very well at all. Don't, because there's probably people that have been waiting 3-4 days for replies from the coaches. Right? As long as you are applying in due course, it's good. Trust me. Like, they're not going to feel bad just because you didn't reply at 6 p.m. and you're replying at 5 a.m. instead. I promise you. And you can always say, sorry, but I was, getting ready for bed, so I'm just getting back to you now. Hope that's okay. And then they can tell you if that's okay or not. If you tell them that's okay, are you going to feel better about it? Yeah? Might want to do that.
Firstly, before I wrap up, I just wanted to take a moment to thank you. I know you're going to be down, and I tried to find Jordan when he came last time, when he left, and I ran down the stairs. I was like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm going. And so I'll grab you before you go, because Jordan took 2 minutes, and he literally got off the stage and thought, he must be going to the loo, and he wasn't. He was going. You're very, very similar, so I bet you the train's in 3 minutes.
He actually told me that I was here now, but trust me, I couldn't wait. It was amazing, but I loved it, but I needed to get back to it.
Yeah, you just got out, and I did actually say this to Jordan with the last one. I don't know whether I told you this. I messaged him and I said, this was classic Jordan. I said, hey bud, I did it in my voice note. I said, hey bud, listen, I've got an event in London in March. I'd absolutely love you to come. But before you answer this, I'll send a driver, I'll send the food, I'll pick you up and I'll take you back. Try and say no. And he went, you bastard. I said, good man. So I didn't have to do that with you, but Jordan did make his way, and similarly with yourself, I know you're so focused and just grateful that you're here.
I've got Meg, so that's my entourage. She gets me that entourage.
She just moves around. When he said that Corin...
Time's there, go!
When he said that Corin wasn't coming, I went, oh Christ, is that him still coming? Because I knew that if Corin wasn't coming, he wouldn't make it, but he did. And I thought they'd probably get lost. But guys, thank you. I really appreciate this, man.
We're actually back in Doncaster now, so it has been a long day, very much out of my routine, but something different, something new. And I'm a massive believer of trying to get yourself out of your comfort zone as much as you possibly can, and today was definitely one of them things. Not only travel, which I'm not a fan of, But speaking at such a big event full of professionals and full of people that I actually look up to in the industry, you know, it's an amazing experience. So guys, I hope you've took something away from today's video. And as always, thank you for support. Thank you for the love on the channel. And we will continue bringing more. Peace out for now, guys. And share some love, like, share, and subscribe.